Nandan Nilekani said in his concluding remarks that Sangam almost feels like a track two between India and Washington, and that struck me as being very ironical because the kind of countries we've needed a track two with before this are typically India and Pakistan, potentially Delhi and Beijing. We've never really needed a track two with the United States. Now, trade seems to have become front and center of the relationship. So while others continue, say deep tech, defense, technology, etc., we don't seem to be able to cross the line on the trade deal. How far are we at this moment from your lens? There's so much noise. What's the signal you're picking up?
The signal I'm picking up, and now we're all just reading tea leaves, is that there is a deal to be had. At the end of the day, we know what the areas of difficulty are, which largely are around Indian agriculture. But the way I think of it, Donald Trump is transactional. If Prime Minister Modi were to say to him, look, you're a politician, I'm a politician, I can't make these concessions on agriculture. I have elections to face. But in return, here are the things I can do. And then, you know the things Trump cares about. Investment in America, buy some American products, maybe defense products, whatever it is. I think there's a deal to be had. And remember, the most important thing with Donald Trump, it is the announcement of the deal is all he cares about. Mm-hmm. You can announce that you're going to invest $200 billion in the United States. He's not going to check 6 months later how much have you invested. If you look at his history with all these kind of deals, he wants the announcement of the deal. He is not that concerned about the nitty-gritty of following it up.
No, when the US Assistant Trade Representative was in Delhi, he said, India has made very significant concessions and we have a good deal on the table. Then the Indian Commerce Minister stepped out and said, then why don't we just sign the deal? So according to you, and you were reading tea leaves, you said, what is your reading of the tea leaves telling you? Why aren't we being able to sign this deal? Is it about two principals getting into a room and actually getting the deal done?
I think in both systems right now, you have a system where the final decision maker is all powerful and everything waits on a final okay from that person. I can't tell you but I could bet you that the issue is that you need a final okay from Modi and a final okay from Trump. So what really needs to happen is they need to have a conversation. I think the challenge is, my guess is that in the Prime Minister's office, there's great concern. If you have a conversation with Donald Trump, he's kind of an uncontrollable figure, and he may ask for things, he may say things, and where does that place Prime Minister Modi? So they're going to, I think ultimately the issue is the relationship between these two, and can they land the plane?